gotta teach Caleb the game-winning technique for Saturday now.
That's right. That is right.
Game-winning technique.
That game changer. It's the danger. And the other stuff that's bugged me, lower back. Same thing. I mean, I'm talking like right now because of the regimen. Inside. Because it goes throughout the whole. Then just stay there.
Hold this all body.
Yeah.
Okay.
Outside. Breathe out.
Go down.
Back to the dog. Sure.
Yeah, it's been a week. You can watch it. Maybe you guys are working today, Joe.
Okay. Walk it out.
Might be wrong. All right. Okay. I'll just get in here so I won't be able to talk.
Good morning.
Hold on someday.
All right, guys, grab a partner.
Young bucks here. If you don't mind, Joe. Yeah, these young bucks
All right, guys, a back escape. So I'll show you real quick. DK's gonna take a seat. Your training partner's gonna take the back, put in the hooks, the seatbelt grip. Here, or if you want to make it spicy, here, he escapes. I give him no resistance unless he asks me for it. He's going to escape to a dominant position, a sweep, or neutral. He doesn't stop halfway through and go, oh, okay, I'm good. Because that's how you're going to stop in a roll or in a real situation. And then he'll reset and come back to the front, and we just keep doing that until I tell you to switch, then you'll switch. If you ask him for pressure, when you switch, it goes back to 0 pressure unless you ask. Any questions? Nope. Let me set the clock real quick.
Joe. I've done jiu-jitsu on and off for like 4 years. Steve, horse credit like golf.
Go!
I sprained my foot.
On the back. It's been so long. Say goodbye.
Last week was you can put pressure on. Don't tell that. Y'all coming in and
Bleed my own blood.
First day back after 2 years.
What is this? This is double away. Born again, he is. 3 years straight.
Yeah. Just moved up from Orlando about a year ago. Our trust is in Eric for switching. Trust, no real reason. Started software.
Getting some good techniques in. Hold on a second, I gotta figure that out. Normally, pressure hurts you. Just tip you one away. Good morning, class. Looking fit with 2 sleeves, baby.
If my opening is this way, you got to take your arm this way to get it out.
Yeah.
While pushing. It's like keep the
Switch! Warming up with back control skates.
Okay.
I'm warm. I've been here. I've been here for a minute. Hit it, right? Derek, you want to jump in with PK? You can warm up.
Yeah. Well, so you've been here all this week?
Huh? Yeah. It was a price of convenience. I didn't know what I should have done myself.
We're bringing the kids Saturday.
You ain't got the time. You ain't got the time.
Yeah, man. I don't win there, man. I win at Walmart.
That's where the real battle is.
That's what's important, man.
There's only a minute and a half. Guy with nothing for his player performance. Man, he got so much heat as soon as he said that too. That was great. That was so great. Come on, that guy's not got a. He doesn't. Other than Vaseline on his back, there's just those 2 things.
After Matt done beat him too.
Yeah.
That's the kicker, right?
Time. Alexa, volume down 3. How you doing? My name's Eric.
Joe.
All right, guys. So today I'm gonna show you guys a little something. I'm sure somebody else has done this before, but and they got their name for it. I've been working on this position for a little bit now, and I just call it like a koala arm hang because it reminds me of a koala bear. You ever seen them? They just kind of hug a tree and they hold on to it. Sloths kind of slowly reach, but what does a koala do? They hold on tight. Okay. Let me borrow your table for this one. So it's going to be from like a seated position, and your opponent's on their knees. You usually don't want them standing because they have more mobility. But if we were to start here, and I'm seated, and then Caleb's right here, let's turn with your back to the ball. Guys, it starts from an arm drag. An arm drag, if you're not aware, starts with the same side hand. You grab the wrist, and then what you're going to do is you're going to feed your arm in as deep as you can underneath and their armpit and grab their tricep. And normally an arm drag, you bring this across, you pull them to you, and then you go ahead and take the back. What we're going to do with this is we're going to play off of not fulfilling the arm drag. We're actually going to do something that's going to throw him off base a little bit. We're going to bring this hand down right between our legs here. And if Caleb leans forward, he's put himself perfectly into this position for me. If Caleb were to, most people are not just going to fall forward in this position because they know they can get swept really easily. Look at his shoulders. His right shoulder's in my center line. I could roll him this way. It could be very easy. So instead of that, he's not going to want to do this. He may fight the arm bar, or not the arm bar, but the arm drag. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this arm off the wrist. We're going to make a fist, and we're going to shove it up into his armpit, and then we're going to rotate our forearm towards us like this. This locks the first in. Take the other one off the back of his tricep. We're going to do the same thing and come up over our other arm. Up, in, up, in. We're going to hug. Hands aren't going to open. We're going to bring our elbows to our body. Sit back one. We're here. Pull this in. Up, in. Up and in. Elbows to our body. Go ahead and pull that arm back for me, Caleb. All right. Nice. Now how I'm doing that is I'm activating my feet to keep him from pulling me forward. But all this is a setup, okay? Because what we're going to do is we're going to do this. When he pulls back, because what's the natural instinct when someone gets pulled? They want to go the other way. He pulls me back or pulls me up as he goes back, I prepare myself. Because as he relaxes, I'm going to fall back and elevate. We get here, lock it in, I pull him. And kind of like when you're trying to break an arm bar, you don't use your back to pull him. Let my body weight sink. It's going to keep pulling him if he doesn't do something. So he pulls back. Keeping that arm, I come up into a side control. Arm between the legs, arm not between the legs. Come up in this position. I encourage you to use the opposite side leg to roll them over. Try not to go over the back of your neck because you could get them in the air and they come down on top of your head. So turn your head and roll over one side, one shoulder. I suggest the same side that you're attacking on this side, we roll that way, okay? You're not really gonna be able to throw them that way anyway, but when it comes to your body, try not to go straight over, try to go at an angle. I'm here, boom. I'm tight. Notice I scooted my hips a little closer to him, so now as he pulls. Very far when you land, guys. This won't always be that dynamic. Sometimes it'll look like this. Outcome's still the same. Matter of fact, when you do it slower like this, you have more control and more connection, and you get better position. When you send them and launch them, there's a chance that arm could come loose, or they scramble fast, but it also looks a little more impressive. And you hear somebody go, what? Bam on the mat, everyone goes, what was that? Now, once again, when we get here, you can set this arm drag up however you like. The setup is we pull this close. If he's not used to this or never seen this before, he's like, this dude doesn't even know how to arm drag right. You know, he's gonna be like, whatever, that's not gonna get the job done. I lock this one in, he's thinking, what's this fool doing? And I lock this one in and I hold it, now he's like, oh snap, my arm's stuck. What's the first instinct to get your arm back? Any questions? All right, guys, grab a partner, give yourself some space. We're gonna try it out, give it a few chances, we'll turn it around. Remember, arm drag to the middle, Up, lock it in. Above that arm, lock it in. Elbows come to your sides. You don't need to grab with your hands. Matter of fact, using your hands is less of a control. You want this stuck to your body. Like a koala hanging on a tree in a windstorm. You're like, it's just blowing, that person just stuck. You want to stick to that shoulder. They're gonna sit back, you let it. Remember, scoot your hips in a little bit, planting your feet. When they scoot back, you allow that rocking motion, and then when they relax, you come back and just roll. Over your shoulder, kicking your opposite leg just to get them to roll over and you end up on top. If you're really planning on launching your partner, just make sure you've got plenty of space for them to land. I think I did this last night to Ashley. And I think I almost killed a little. She almost killed the child. Actually, Ashley almost killed the child because she got caught. So once I launched her, it was all on her. Any questions? All right, guys, on three. 1, 2, 3.
She should have been.
Are you gonna like watch? Okay.
So, contact that. What's up, right? So do me a favor. Elbows back. Yeah. A little tighter?
Yeah.
Nice. So, as he pulls you back, it's like, now, when you go, just, there you go. Same one, same touch. So go, just hands on the outside, so you can cup your hip there. No, take your right hand and cup his hip. Now freeze. Now can you stand up?
He's gonna pull back.
So I'm gonna put my feet down on the mat. So you need that hand down
Into him and then elevate
now. That now.
the right leg because I tuck it the left
Like
side.
you're sitting right under that cheek. Yes. Now lock it in. Now TK, if you could stand up and do that now.
Keep that foot attached to his inner thigh.
Yeah.
The whole ride with him. Because my goal would be to staple him on the opposite side. If I can, this glute here, the knee would be on the mat.
Yeah, just like that. Yep. See, turn to the left, and then as you go, just lift. There you go. Now you're on top. It doesn't have to be super dynamic. Just have some
I feel like going back to almost distance.
It feels good.
Yeah.
It feels great. And then when you hear him break off,
One time you sent me, it felt very good.
So hold on, TK. Sit back here. Scoot your hips in, TK. No, keep the grip. Keep your grip. See how far you are away from this? You don't want to be far. So as he sits back, scoot your hips in, because you're loading the spring up. And then as he comes,
Did you text or am I texting the wrong person? When did you send it? Last night.
no. So arm drag.
I need to look at what number I have.
Arm drag is same
I'm
side.
texting somebody named Tabby.
Now with the arm drag,
Picture.
whatever's going on,
Of Layla.
you can grab it like this, or
Not me.
like that. And you're just kind of sliding this hand up mid to higher bicep. And this is just to get you, and you reach at the same time. Yes. You're going to push it straight in, grab his bicep, and pull him close to your chest. Now, your left arm's going to go up, lock. No, go over this hand. And lock. And then that one, so you're here, maybe. Look, do this. Now bring this one over that one and do the same thing.
Oh.
See how you locked it in? You locked it in tighter. You cinched it in. Now, John sits back. I want you to use your feet and scoot your butt next to him. Yes. Now when he relaxes, you're just going to fall and kick. So it's always. So you're here. Look, this gets it close. This one locks it in. This one goes above that one. This one locks it in. Double lock.
Oh, are
If you
you?
don't finish the arm drag, the arm stays here.
So come back.
What do you feel?
You can do both feet.
Okay, that's what we were.
Now, the difference between what you have now and a second ago, take that hand and put it on the outside for something.
Oh, you don't like that?
Stand up and just go off.
Can you wrestle in high school?
But now, no, the second time, right, you tuck this under this thigh. So that's like that. No, this will be. Same side hand, arm drag, but you're going to shut it down. Yes. Now bring it to your chest and lock it in. So
It's like playing with cheat codes on it.
Grab it on. Walk on the ground.
arm drag. Arm drag is just pulls up.
kids?
It's side. If I finish, this one lets go.
2, 1.
Make it this. You're gonna go above your hand. You're gonna go like this. Lock it. If I hit that forearm too.
Oh,
If I hit that arm drag, this one lets go. There's a weird thing above that. You gotta get on
really?
and you're locking in. No, if I hit that arm drag and I get here, but turn. Once I elevate, I'm gonna see how elbows to your foot. Now she's relaxing. But you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So as she pulls back, you scoot in. Because now when she relaxes, you almost just roll. You roll. So that part you just pull. This is the pull you close. Lock. Oh, lock.
Yeah, I need to try to. Like this supposed to get my wife to.
Matt.
Eric?
Eric? Yeah. Why is
My
nobody?
4-year-old is pretty much getting to it, but I gotta wait another year to get him into it.
You have, it's a weird so I can.
The other little kids are terrorists, I'm sure.
Above that, she's locked. Right leg in the air.
Yeah.
Not like this.
Yeah.
You're like this. You can bring your chest up and definitely feel all your arms out of there. So then as you go to pull,
Won't always happen. Yep.
Every single time we start jiu-jitsu back, it's the same. Every single time. I do every time.
when you've got to be on the knees.
No, I know.
You can do it from there. If you can do it from there, that's the next lesson. I'll teach that. I'll teach that next time. That's amazing. No, no. Don't skip the arm drag. Pull that to your chest. Other one locks first. No, no. Hold the arm drag. So you got to hold the arm drag. Imagine if you're not
Thrown around it.
boom. That one comes up, locks in. The other one comes up, locks in. Nice. Scoot your hips in as he pulls. Just get close. Get close. Get close. Get close.
They were really, really heavy, but I'm not pulling down pretty much.
Keep going. There you go. Yeah, that's the one I was telling you about. Don't stop halfway when you're gonna fall on your head.
I was just about to say, I don't think I can do it over my head.
So when you do it, you want to take the side that you have the arm on. If you find yourself in that situation, don't freak out. Yeet that joker because it's gonna land on your head if you don't. Send it. All right, everybody. Let's circle back up here for a second. Some of you may be asking the question, but coach, what if he doesn't or they don't pull the arm? What if they go, I know that. I'm just going to stay right here. Well, we'll start this way. Same thing. We pull him in. We lock it up. We lock it up. Now, when he pulls back, go ahead and pull back, I scoot with him to load up the butterfly, right? So at this point, if I just simply roll back onto my back at all, he relaxes or whatever the case, I simply roll and I can elevate him and we can sweep. Oh, that sucks. Caleb's like, nah, that's not happening. I'm not letting that happened yesterday and I don't like it. So he just sits. He sits up, he doesn't pull me, he just kind of sits. That's fine too. Because what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sit down on my leg as I bring myself up and I go forward and I tap. So I throw him or I take him to his side and I get on top. It looks like this. Here, I lock in, I lock in. Now, the way that you're going to have to do this, you're going to have to adjust a little. If you feel like he's not scooting back, don't scoot yourself close. Because in the first move, he sits back, that's when we scoot in because he's pulling. That helps us. If he doesn't sit back, don't scoot in. You're going to compress your legs for something you may not get. Or if you do get it, you're going to really have to lift him and heft him up. You don't want to use that. That's too much energy, right? So he doesn't pull me. He just sits there. Lock, lock, foot comes out, and I simply just windshield wiper my knees. And what that looks like is it's going to sit up on you. Just step out of the way so you can see. Like, how fast can I come up to a top position from here? Just like that. So I'm here, failed arm drag or false arm drag to get in close. I lock. He doesn't, he is naturally they want to pull this arm back. Just now doing this demonstration, Caleb went. He's like, I want to sit down. I feel my hips lifting. So he sits, he doesn't pull me, he just sits low. Nice. Foot comes out. You don't have to worry about much because he's trying to sit low. He's worried about getting thrown. Switch my feet, and I come up. And I hold that arm. I don't let it go. And I drive. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. You can hold this here and sit. Think about what you're gonna have for dinner. While Caleb dives.
Don't injure our boy. He's got to fight on.
I know.
Don't injure our boy.
He's trying to make sure Gator Rich wins.
I don't even have anybody in this division. I've been paid by other gyms. So we do the fake drag. We bring this one up. We lock it in. We lock it tight. Caleb says, nah, coach, nah, I'm gonna get low. Fine. Notice how I'm leaning. He's kind of helping me lean this way, right? Foot comes out. I just windshield wiper my knees. And you go, what if he throws his arm out to stop you? Go ahead and throw that arm out. Post it. Yes, I like that. You can go Darcy's if you like Darcy's. Me personally, I just come over like that. And then I start to sink my body in here, and I can still rotate him. Because he's gonna try to defend it. He's not gonna sit there like this and just let me choke him. He's gonna do something different, right? If not, if they post their arm and you wrap around that head and grab it and they don't move, then you can finish your guillotine as normal. I would start compressing his arteries closed so that he's got a time frame. He's gotta make a decision. At that point, his decision he has to make is, do I pull this arm back and fall and potentially the guillotine gets worse, because it will, or do I stay posted out and try to live here, which is not gonna happen either because the guillotine's still working, right? So once you get to that point, they just don't fall over and you take the top position, then what you end up doing is you do get into a bit of a scramble. Throw an attack in order to make them respond. If they don't respond, keep the attack going. If they respond to the attack, just let your body weight push them to the ground. You notice that when we came up and we didn't have to worry about him posting, he just rolled over. I kept the arm the entire time, right? I didn't just let go of the arm. The reason for that is because as soon as I let go of that arm now can attack me, can get an underhook. Let's look at that real fast. If I get here, fake drag there, boom, 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 I'm locked in, Caleb's right here, and I come up here and I let go of that arm. Why would you let go of it? Well, because you think, oh no, I need both of my arms free to do what I'm about to do. Think about this for a second. His natural instinct. We train this in Callahan, we train this here, we rolled with this. The natural instinct is gonna be, give me this back. You got my arm, give me it back. So that first one is the one that's most likely gonna happen. Especially if you're rolling someone who's never seen it before, they're naturally gonna sit back and get their arm back. That's when you do the sweep. If they pause and stop and get low, that's cool. You're not close, so you can still get your leg out and come up with that arm and just start driving your chest in. If for anybody in here who may be thinking, yeah, but couldn't I just get my arm out of there? Look, again, because I've got all my body weight on that one arm and I'm driving you that way. So you either roll over onto your side and back, or you post to stop me. Now you have no arms because you're posting and this one's stuck. You can't let go of either one. This one you don't have any control over. There is no controller. Say, I have your arm. The other one is your decision. Do I fall or do I stay up? Letting go of one, I can now wrap around your head, lock my hands, and start to choke you. You still only have one arm. Make your decision. But by this point, you're behind because now I'm submitted. And now you just decide. So, real quick. Boom. Lock. Lock. Caleb sits. Switch. I drive up. He's here. I'm loosening up because Caleb's got a tournament. But look what I do. Okay? Take care of it. Arm. He sits low. I lean so that I can also make space for my leg to come up. And I'm putting pressure on him. I come up, he poses. Yeah, that's gonna be the instinct there. He's like, oh, snap. Put your arm back out there. If you leave your arm out there, my friend, that's not good. Because we're just gonna go in and we'll finish. They have to make a decision. You end up on top. The only time I let go of that arm is when I'm going to the attack. Also in that position of saying, coach, I don't know guillotine. Don't know what that fancy word is. All right? Or you're a pacifist and you don't want to submit anybody. It happens. We're here. Come out. He posts his arm. Just walk around his legs and look on the other side. Still is not as effective, but it'll work. You gotta reach out. Now you're kind of reaching. You know, I'd rather just attack that neck because most folks react to that. Especially if anybody in here ever been caught in a guillotine before. You know how that feels. It's not fun. Any questions? All right, on three. 1, 2, 3. Oh, not so close. Remember, we don't scoot up unless he pulls. TJ's gonna just relax. And now you lean. Yes. You don't get down. TK, even posting, because that's still hard to keep up. Yes. Yes. So you turn that angle. Notice how you came to that side and push that one. Push to that side. We don't want to like push straight in. Figure fight is push back. So you definitely angle. Even though you posted. So next time try it where you post and then almost still the guillotine.
And now I have to read.
How do I get up?
You just come up to it. So your legs turn, push your other foot. So drop that. And then, yes. Take it down. It's very easy. Once you get used to it, the legs usually get in the way a lot. So if you just switch them like this, they're out of the way. Yeah, no. It's a rocking over the knee. Yep, just like that. There you go. She sits. Pull that leg out. Yes. Keep walking. Keep walking down. Cross the legs.
Yeah, I think if I switch this to I can't sit up at all.
I don't know about you guys. If you're one of those weirdos that like pressure on people,
I'm this way.
gives you that levy. Alright, so. Switch your now switch your feet and then rock over the end of your shin. There you go. So all the way up, keep it down, walk around the legs. Nice. Oh, maybe you got it.
I was trying to go for the pacifist movement. And I couldn't really.
Not this is not yours.
Exactly.
Oh, sweet. Drive in your chest and your weight.
That's the direction.
So that's the key though. Like, so again, if you're not pushing at him, and there's a moment where you lose your pressure on him, that post can now come up and start to attack the frame on your neck and get away. So go ahead and don't scoot. Don't scoot next to him. Just keep it here. He's not scooting. Switch your foot. Come up. Drive at him. TK, let your weight. Yes. Yes. So see, even though he had his pose, he would have to adjust that pose.
I'm driving you
fall. And that's when you're like, you can go arm in, you can go underneath, turn, and reach. That makes a powerful arm again. Okay. So you can get there for that arm in, you turn this up and then reach as far across as you can. You can get to your elbow. And then back. Just sit. I would say this. Don't sit back, just stay right there. So go ahead and set it up. I am distancing myself from falling back. Oh, okay. It's an option, but I distance myself from it because I think it leads to bad things. All right, you gonna post again? Go there, post. Yeah, post hard. Throw that in. Do this one. Go under this chin like this. Yep, in the front. And even to bring this up your chest and bring that down. Now punch to your right. Squeeze. Pretty tight.
As soon as you I think it's just
Put here. Put here. This one works here.
No, but there's some in that, in
It went from, so think bringing it up your chest as much as you can, and bring this one into the arms.
Put tape on that after this. She has the camera.
Yeah, but you gotta really get this dealt up to the arm. But if you come across here, up, and then this one comes to my elbow.
You sit there, you sit.
He was getting, I could feel getting tight before I even just started. So yeah, that was tight. Yeah, now remember, wrap it, chest, your chest, elbow. But like I said, you want to do that from an upward position because guess what? Why fall? You can always fall if you're making this thing fall down.
So it's the other way, right?
Why? Why go to a bad place to do a good thing? This is a mission trip.
I'm gonna get him a.
Oh, that's right.
A Band-Aid and, yeah, I don't have one. You don't have one? Okay. No. The first one? You're actually supposed to fly it before we go.
Yeah, this is just from sitting here. Yeah, I just like. You can sit up in this one. Very easy. Yeah, I had hip dysplasia most of my life.
You guys practice
But I'm just very, very.
We are not there yet with her. I did. She just has.
I just wanted to know which leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, which arm do you feel? So, scenario, don't
Knee
get so
surgery.
close. You'll just bring that foot out.
Get married.
That's why we
Have a
yes.
baby.
So you know what you just did? You just like I told you.
Losing my job.
Are you doing it?
Yeah, I have a thing on. Kind of like a.
It would not be my.
I have a few different companies.
I mean, for sure, I was my primary.
I got you
Come up. Once I get here, I'm gonna let go and I'm
Body posture to get you, unless you're like dumb flexing, this is on your foot behind your ear without even moving. But
Yeah,
most
last
of
time
us,
it was-
But then I leave
lean a
myself.
little bit, get our foot out.
Training my
I scramble, both of my hands are tied up right here. My elbows are nice and right inside. I can fall the other way.
When you guys practice,
So that one arm, if they decide to buck, I can catch myself.
Gotcha.
And continue to do.
So it's like walking up two head and arm versus just a
Correct.
head.
So again, one arm in between. I wouldn't be super cinched on it, knowing I'm gonna get the tap. It's much harder to tap control, more control.
there's a way that you can make it effective that I saw recently. Show you the one that they're showing now.
I have seen,
chest?
yes, opposite chest.
So you get the guillotine, you bring your palm to your chest. This arm is still in. You go over that arm and grab your own elbow. And it makes it stupid. So, you guys see 3 years. And then you bring your hand up here, and you go over the arm and grab it. Yeah, over here, and in here. So arm and guillotine, normally I've got to deal with this, right? Crush that down and get that. But if I bring this down up, I'm gonna grab back elbow. So instead of coming here trying to get this deltoid to crush here and slide in, you just bring this up to your chest. Reach over the arm, yeah. So, yeah. So normally you just go around this one.
Yeah.
Right. So now
And then you go back to your back and pull that way. So if I slip on this,
Like this.
I would rather me
And
ran.
that's really a lot. Just this and all the air details still thin and it's not working. Bad good. Bad good, bad good.
I mean, you sit there, you go grab that guillotine, pull those in, go to the safest spot.
So for the army guillotine,
Because there's a word that I want my back.
guillotine arm. Like arm guillotine, go around the arm. They don't use your elbow. One to the head. Use the hands on your chest.
Yeah, yeah. Those will get through kids stuff.
Oh, like I think in like foot out.
Yeah, I mean, that's what Forrest wants to do. They have another one on the way. Yeah. For sure, when you're doing it, like, it's for sure around my, it's like, oh, right there. It's like, no, you're, I know it's what you do.
I've heard it's going from 2 to 3 a lot harder than going from 2 to 3.
It's crazy. It's getting
What you get used to.
What was the first thing we did?
Right? Left. We were left, right?
Yeah, you gotta go back to doing
Armdrag.
As you switch your feet, this foot out, switch your feet, all of those jiggles and post to fall back.
Yeah, we're still on the groove with our 1-year-old.
Your chest as high as you can.
She's a baby.
The other arm is going to reach
Hopefully we won't get back into it.
grab her tricep, and then you're gonna go like this. Because we can hear, it doesn't feel like, well, her arm was still out, but if Janae's arm would get here, and you grab them both. Now I'm on my back. Much stronger.
Did all that work.
Build up to my knees, because I don't know it's not gonna be there.
All right, guys, any questions? No? All right. On 3, we're going to say it about roll. 1, 2, 3.
So it's just a matter of what I consider more precedent.
Tournament, Saturday. The UNF Fieldhouse, correct? Yeah. UNF Fieldhouse. I guess where we have all the tournaments, right? Yep.
There's 2 different buildings. Tap Cancer out last time we went to the Sutter was at the field house, and the other one's at that big
Auditorium. Yeah, so this is at the Fieldhouse still. So the UNF Fieldhouse Saturday, Tap Out Cancer, it's going to be, there's about the same amount. I think the 12 Gracie Fernandina competitors, and I think we have like 10 or 11 from Ada Bridge, so there'll be lots of folks there to compete, lots of kids, fun time. Never been to a tournament, come out, watch it, support the team, get an eyeball for it. You might want to get on the mat yourself, push yourself a little bit, okay? Feet together, stop.